Secretary of Labor. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Steve. Great choices. Not all of my choices were good, but they were great ones. Tomorrow's tax day, and we're going to hear from everybody and we have heard from so many people. They're so thrilled. And remember this is the last time you're going to fill up that long, complicated, horrible return. I would say that some of these companies that do all that work on getting a lot of money for doing your tax returns, they're not going to be too happy with us, but that's about the only business that won't be. So tomorrow, last day, very importantly, next year it's going to be a simple, for the most part, one page. It may get a little bit bigger, but it'll be simple and easy to do. And very importantly, you're going to have a lot of money left over from what you have. And we did get one Democrat to vote for us, and Senator Nelson was hostile to it. And let me tell you, if for any reason they get in, meaning the Democrats, they're going to raise your taxes way up high, they're going to terminate this out. Of course, I'll veto it, that's all right, but eventually they want to terminate and they want to raise your taxes. And we cannot let that happen because this country is starting to rock with our businesses coming back in. It's starting to really rock. So we've had massive tax cuts, and I mean massive. We've had tremendous success from the company standpoint and from the people standpoint. They're going out. They have a lot more money to spend. And, you know, something happened that we didn't even expect. Nobody talked about it. When we first had it passed, it started with, well, AT&T. Well, we might as well give them credit. But they gave $1,000 bonuses to their employees, and that's a lot of employees. Then all of a sudden, other companies came along, and now you have all of the big, so many of the big companies, they've given bonuses to the people that work for the companies. That was unexpected. Nobody thought that was going to happen. And most importantly, we waited till February 1st, and you see what's happened to your wallet. You're getting a lot more money in your weekly or monthly checks than you ever thought possible. So people are really liking it, and very importantly, it's great for the country. Our taxes were the highest, or among the highest, but just about, I would say, Marco, they were the highest in the world from a business standpoint. That's why businesses were leaving. Now, they're not the lowest, but they're on the low side, and businesses are pouring back into the United States, and that means jobs. That means jobs. So we've created, since Election Day, that beautiful, beautiful day. Was that a great day? That was a beautiful day. Mario was saying we got a big, big percentage vote over here, didn't we? Huh? We got a big percentage vote. But since Election Day, we've created 3 million new jobs. 3 million. And people, if I would have said that prior to the election, that we'll create in a short period of time 3 million jobs, they would have said, that's ridiculous, that's an exaggeration, how can it be possible? We would have taken a lot of heat. But we've created 3 million new jobs, and now the number is even higher than that. So since Election Day, 3 million new jobs. Unemployment rates for Hispanics. Are there any Hispanics in the room? No, I don't. For Hispanics, we have the lowest level ever recorded. In other words, you have more employment. Now think of it, lowest level employment rates. For African Americans, the lowest level ever recorded. And I'm really proud of them. Unemployment for women, lowest level in 18 years. Women out there. So that means if you're a woman and Hispanic or a woman and African American, you're really doing well, right? That means you're really doing well. Remember when I used to say that I used to take heat for it, what do you have to lose? I'd say, what do you have to lose? Every once in a while I'd say, if it was a rambunctious stadium or something, I'd say, what the hell do you have to lose, right? And I get criticized by those people, the fake media back there. I'd get criticized for using the word hell. I say, I've heard a heck of a lot worse than that. But the economy, Larry Kudlow's here someplace. Where's Larry? Larry Kudlow. Where's Larry? Come on, Larry, stand up. He just gave me a number. He said the economy is entering the greatest boom in many decades. In other words, it's now at the early phase. Would you say that, Larry? Of the earliest and greatest. This could be one of the greatest booms ever. I think it will be, actually, because the companies are so strong and they're ready to rock. What do you think, Larry? Good. I thought you were going to say that. Could you imagine if he didn't? Could you imagine if he said, no, I disagree with that? Right. Everybody's going to benefit, he said. That's right. And very importantly, and by the way, John Bolton is here, and we just had a big, successful hit. John? So I think John, that's pretty good. I didn't expect that. I'm a little jealous. Are you giving him all the credit? That's... Uh-oh, you know, that means the end of his job, you know. He did. Did he do it? Did our generals do a great job? Did our military do a great job? Right? Thank you. And you know, with way over 100 missiles shot in, they didn't shoot one down. The equipment didn't work too well, their equipment, and they didn't shoot one. You know, you heard, oh, they shot 40 down, then they shot 15 down. They watched. Then I called, I said, did they? No, sir. Every single one hit its target. Think of that. How genius. Not one was shot. So we have the biggest tax cut in history, bigger than the Reagan tax cut, bigger than any tax cut, but what else? The individual mandate is gone. That's on Obamacare, which is about the end of Obamacare. So we had Obamacare beat, then one senator decided to go thumbs down. Do you remember that evening? Do you remember that? No, nobody remembers. Thumbs down here. It's all right. Because Alex Acosta has come up, and you know, this is a plan that a lot of people have wanted for a long time, associations, and we're going to have tremendous sign-ups. And Alex, when is that, tell me if you could, when is that going to be ready where people can actually start signing and doing it in groups and through cooperatives, et cetera?
That's right, Mr. President. We hope to have that by this summer.
It's going to be incredible. You're going to get tremendous insurance at a very low cost. So the individual mandate is dead. ANWR is up. That's the big energy that nobody thought. You know, it's funny. I didn't want to do it. I said, no, let's not do that. And then a person called up who I have a lot of respect for in the energy business. He said, is it true that you're going to get ANWR as part of your tax cut plan? You know, they put a lot of things in. So we had the individual mandate. We have ANWR. I said, yeah, it's true. Tell me about it, because I'm not inclined to do it. I said, for a very specific reason. He said, well, I tell you, it's pretty amazing. He didn't benefit by it, but he said, they've been trying to get this passed since Ronald Reagan. Nobody could get it done. No president could get it done. Nobody. It's impossible. It's perhaps the biggest, the best in the world in terms of energy, in terms of a field. He said, nobody's been able to get it done. As soon as I heard that, I called up. I said, put that back in the bill quickly. Right? And we got it done. Marco, we got it done. That was a big deal. And that's a lot of jobs in Alaska. That's a lot of jobs. So just another thing, because, you know, the tax cut is massive, and not since Reagan. But this is bigger. You look at the whole bill, it's bigger than anything ever passed. But very importantly, and that's a tremendous asset to our country, but we did another thing that people don't talk about much. We cut regulations at a level that nobody's seen in the history of our country, more than any other president. So I'm here 15, 16 months, and we've cut more regulations than any president, whether it's 4 years, 8 years, or in one case, 16 years. Nobody's even close. And we're not finished yet. Where roads roads and highways would take 17, 18 years to get a permit or not even get approved. You know, the worst is they'd go out 17 years and then they'd vote it down. We're looking to get it down to 2 years and maybe even 1 year. And maybe get rejected. You know, nobody's going to say it's not going to get, maybe it gets rejected, but if it does, it's going to get rejected quickly. You're not going to take an entire lifetime to get something approved, and then all of a sudden you find out, and I've had projects, it took years and years, and then you go, fortunately, they got approved. But I've had projects that took 4, 5, 6 years to get approved, big building projects, and I said to myself, going into the final approvals, I said, you know, if these 5 people don't vote for it, I've wasted millions and millions of dollars, and I've wasted 5 or 6 years of my life trying to get a project approved. It's not right. You know if something's good, if it's good, and if it's going to get approved. So we have the biggest regulation cut, and I'm not so sure that the regulation cut, Marco, isn't even more important than this massive tax cut, but it's right up there, and we're continuing to go. So we think that things that would take sometimes 2 decades to get approved can be done in 2 years and even 1 year. And again, if they're not environmentally good, if they're not safe, if it's not great for our water and our air and all of the things that we watch and we think are so important, we're not going to approve it. But we're going to have fast approvals. We have many, many jobs that started now that would never start if the other administration came in. And that's why you see the job numbers the way they are. The job numbers are through the roof, and the training numbers are through the roof. And you see it. And they don't talk about regulation much. I think it's as important as the big, massive tax cuts. So I just want to let you know that business and consumer confidence in our country is at an all-time high. Larry just gave me the numbers, and there's nothing close. So we're at an all-time high. And the tax cuts for a family, let's talk about just families now, because number one, the jobs, you have choice. You know, we're creating choice for our great veterans, all right? Choice. This is a different kind of choice. So this is a different kind of choice. This is choice for a job. In the past, jobs, we weren't doing great, and you'd have one job and you'd hold on. You really have choice. People are hiring. And wages, for the first time in 18 years, are going up. Because I used to make the speeches. I came down here and made one. Wages were stagnant and even going down. People made more money 18 years ago, and today they're working 2 and 3 jobs. First time in 18 years where wages are going up. Congratulations. Enjoy your money.